Happy Pride Month, everybody. This is the Sliders Review. I'm here today to talk to you about the LGBT representation in the Scream franchise or the lack of it, or the mishandling of it. The LGBT representation in Scream is almost to the point of non-existent. Mainly, this is because, the franchise started in the late 90s and representation really was not a big thing back then. And so with the third movie, I believe, coming out in 2000, it would take many years for representation to happen in the Scream franchise. I believe the movie came out in 96, and it would take all the way into the year 2011 just to hear the term like gay in the franchise. This of course came in Scream 4. And when it comes to the representation of the LGBT community in Scream, sometimes they handle it well, not well enough, and then sometimes it's just, what the world are they doing? You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, it's the television series that has the biggest representation of the LGBT community. Now, with that of Scream 4, it's not 100% certain if this character was part of the community or not. Because, they tell the rules of, the new slasher movies, and they say basically you have to be gay to survive. And when Robbie is faced with the killer, he just shouts out, I'm gay, I'm gay. And the killer was kind of taken back by that, mainly because that was his best friend and he didn't know it. And then the killer kills him anyway. Was Robbie really gay or not? It's never ever been confirmed. However, 4 years later, in 2015, we will get our very first LGBT character in the Scream franchise. And that character is Aubrey. Aubrey had a very rough time. Everybody thought she was straight. She hid her identity from people, and then somebody recorded her making out with a girl. They posted it all over for everybody to see at school, and she was made fun of. Some time passed, and then she just accepted who she was, and that's who she was gonna be, and she didn't care who thought any little of her. And she was the very true first representation in this entire franchise, and it took the television series to do that. Now her character is a bit shady at times. She is a protagonist, but she's also a little bit of an antagonist. Basically, she's part of the surviving group and best friends with the final girl, and she's trying to do everything to avoid her and her friends getting killed. But then it turns out she was communicating with one of the killers and stuff because she was jealous of the main girl. And so by that time, when it went on for 2 seasons and 1 movie and everything, all was copacetic and everything was kumbaya, and they all got along and stuff. Then the next representation came in the 3rd season that happened years later with the character of Manny. Manny was a bit mishandled in the series. I don't remember much about him because I only saw that season once. And basically, he was just there to be the gay best friend, and literally just that. And there was really no significance to him, no big story arc, no nothing. And that's the franchise not really wanting to do anything with the LGBT representation. This will occur later on when you get to that of Scream 5, the biggest shocker of them all. In Scream 5, it was revealed early on that Tara and Amber were girlfriends. So many people expected, myself included, for them to actually be girlfriends, only to watch that movie and it turns out that Amber and Tara are straight. And not only that, but Amber's dating the other killer, and Amber's a killer herself, and the killer is male. And so many people was very shocked and surprised by this. It was kind of like, well, hold up. What happened? Was it a misprint, or did they change it at the last minute? It's never been revealed. I believe they changed it at the last minute, and it's because of what happened in Scream 6. Now, Scream 5 does actually have LGBT representation in the form of Mindy. Mindy is a lesbian and everything. I can't remember if she actually had a girlfriend or not in that movie, but I remember she flirted with a girl. And that was about it. That was as far as they was going to go. Now we get to Scream 6. Mindy is once again the only representation, but this time she has a girlfriend. I forget her girlfriend's name. It's either Akia or something like that. Her girlfriend does not do much of anything in the movie other than just being her girlfriend. They're there, they're smiling, they're talking, that's it. You don't know no big significance about her. And she is killed off in the movie. And not only is she killed off in the movie, but before her untimely death, because they totally like didn't do nothing with this character whatsoever. So that was just bad representation on that. And I've seen people say, oh, you know, she was significant. No, she wasn't. She didn't do anything. But what I want to get to is the kiss. Right before her untimely demise at some point, her and Mindy kiss. It's very passionate and it's very emotional because, you know, one of them is probably going to die and they're getting chased by a killer. What is interesting about this, which has me to believe at the last minute of Scream 5, they got rid of the representation, was that it was revealed by the Mindy actress that the kiss was never originally there. They was allowed to rewrite that part and throw in the kiss. So it makes you wonder why these two who are in a relationship don't get the kiss or nothing like that. The other two heterosexual couples in the movie, they get the kiss. Tara gets to kiss her guy, and Sam gets to kiss her guy and everything. But then yet, when it came to Mindy and her girlfriend, there was no kiss. And if it wasn't for the actress, that part would have never been seen. And so it makes you wonder what is up with like this franchise not really wanting to depict that and everything. It's quite odd, to tell you the truth. And so I just wanted to like touch down and everything on not only the representation in the franchise, but the mishandling of it. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.